Are you ready? Yeah. Below the dub. It's Fergie. If you ain't got no money, take your broke ass home. If you ain't got no money, take your broke ass home.
GLANOUS, yeah. GLANOUS. We flying first class, up in the sky, popping champagne, living my life in the fast lane. I won't change by the glamorous, ooh, flowers, the glamorous, by the glamorous, ooh, flowers.
Today, the fashion industry is worth nearly $3 trillion. Rates of production are at an all-time high, with over 80 billion new items of clothing being purchased each year. In 2013, in the United States alone, 15 million tons of clothing ended up in a landfill. The amount of purchases has gone up 400% in the last 2 decades. In order to satisfy consumer requests, production processes have been expedited to get trends to the market as quickly and cheaply as possible. The result is what has become known as fast fashion.
Fast fashion.
Fast fashion.
Fast fashion.
Fast fashion. Cheap clothes that bring catwalk styles to the public in a matter of weeks.
The apparel industry is currently the second most wasteful industry in the world, only following the oil industry.
Fast fashion is a production system where fashion is produced at low cost, high volume and incredibly high speed in terms of time from design through to hitting the shop floor.
It's based on materialism. The problem is that comes at a really high price.
While affordable, up-to-date fashion is initially attractive, it has led to a decrease in the quality of our clothing, as companies do not need to spend money on something that will be in 1 month and out the next. As companies pressure their international manufacturers to produce faster and cheaper, working conditions and treatment of factory workers is regularly overlooked in order to keep up with the insatiable demands of the fashion companies.
This used to be an 8-story building. Now this is all that's left. Inside was a clothes factory, a bank and shops. Tens of thousands of people are now at the site in Savar, a suburb of Dhaka. Firefighters and the army are using any equipment they can to reach people trapped under the debris.
But in the drive to keep costs down, critics say the price of cheap clothes has become too high. Rescue efforts have continued into the night.
Events such as the Rana Plaza collapse in Bangladesh, killing nearly 2,000 workers, have created social media outrage, leading to many attempts at governmental change as well as consumer-based movements to sway consumer values.
And I think what we have to do is to think about tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, take our responsibility.
We hold the power. And if we see ourselves as citizen consumers, and if we vote with our dollars, we can change the industry because they're just following what we're doing.
I think every industry has to be pushed. It has to be answerable to how it's manufacturing, how it's producing a product.
I had never really stopped to think about where the clothes came from, or where they went after they were with me, or at all who was making them and how those people's lives were affected.
Ethical products and ethical manufacturing will become the backbone of industry moving forward. Social entrepreneurship is going to ensure that, but I think governments are now starting to ensure that we want to eat ethically, ethical meat, ethical food of all sorts, ethical vegetables. We want to buy products that are ethical, where there's no child labor, there's no pollution, there's living standards, they're paying a fair wage. It's only a matter of time. It's evolving now in North America, but it's going to take a lot longer in the developing countries. But ultimately, down the road, we will be much more ethically inclined. And I think it starts with schools. I believe your generation is going to be the ones that take us to the next level. My generation has basically said, no, I'm retired, we're going to leave it to the younger ones. Your generation is going to make the most significant changes with regard to the ethical distribution of products and services around the world.